You know, this is always the hardest part about doing Q&As, and that is always going through all of the questions and trying to figure out which ones are the best. So let's start right here with Rolando. Ask Scump, I don't watch your videos anymore, and I'm sorry, but if you would own Apple or Samsung, which? But no, like, I'm serious. Like, I put serious questions in the tweet, like, serious questions, please. And I'd say about 8 out of 10 are not serious questions. Do you believe in extraterrestrial beings? If so, why? And if not, why? I mean, that's a serious question, but I want to relate it more to gaming, you know? I don't want it to be about extraterrestrial aliens. See, here's a good one. What was the best thing that happened while you were streaming? That's a good question. What was the best thing that happened to you in your life? Yeah, it's a good question too. Yeah, why not? It's hard to pick, but good question. What are your feelings towards the Band and Protect system? Great question. 10 out of 10. That's actually going to get featured in the video. Well done, Bizarre Nemesis, aka P. Flumer. Alrighty, first question coming from The Truth. Troll408. Can I have a dab through the camera? Wait. Alrighty guys, I'm actually gonna take this seriously now. I just had to get that one out of the way because I had to show off my dabbing skills. But the first question that is actually serious comes from P. Flumer 8. What are your feelings towards the Band and Protect system? You guys actually saw this in the beginning. And then also, are you with or against it? Well, my overall feeling of Band and Protect honestly is a really good one. I think that Band and Protect makes this game so much more unique and diverse. You know, you're not going to see the same couple of guns every game. There's variation. It's not the same thing every single time like other Call of Duty. So I think that it's very unique. I think that it adds a completely different spin on Call of Duty and what Call of Duty has always been. Am I with or against it? I'm definitely with it. I think that it completely changed the game. You know, I think that specialist, everyone was so worried about, you know, what they were going to do and what it was going to do to competitive COD, and I think ultimately it's only made it better, and I think that competitive COD right now is the best that it has been in a while, so I'm with it. I like it a lot. Next question comes from Advect. What is your definition of progress, success, and teamwork? Well, progress, success, all of that stuff, you know, you have to set goals for yourself. For my team, progress and success is getting better at certain maps that we're bad at, or communicating better, or, you know, like certain things like that. For example, whenever Combine Hardpoint was around, we made it like our #1 priority to try to get better at that, and we definitely saw progress and success there. You know, there's always different things for different teams because different teams have different problems. They have different things that they need to overcome. Maybe some teams aren't as good at communicating, and maybe some teams aren't as good at pushing an SND together. You know, there's always progress and stuff that you can, you know, make as a team, and that's one of the things that makes the top teams top teams. You know, they're very good at fixing flaws. They're very good at talking about things and really getting to the bottom of things and making sure that those problems get, you know, taken care of and those don't happen again. Out of 10, what is your rating for Black Ops 3? That comes from Nathan Kramer 9. Well, out of 10, I'd probably give Black Ops 3 a solid 8, 9, somewhere in that range. You know, it's so hard to make a perfect game, especially coming from someone like me that's like a competitive player. And this game is literally my life. You know, it's my livelihood. It's what I do. You know, tournaments, competing, it's literally what I do. So, coming from someone that's a hard critic, an 8 or a 9 is very good. I would put this game almost on the same level as Black Ops 2. The reason why I say almost right now is because this game is still very early in its youth, or in its years. You know, Black Ops 3 has been out for years and years and years, and we saw the full year of Black Ops 2 competitively. We have not seen that with this game yet. So let me get a little bit more input, and I'll tell you if it's a 10 out of 10 and if I like it more than Black Ops 2. Next question comes from Sam Previews. He asks, what is your motivation, or what has your motivation been throughout your whole gaming journey? Well, the way that I am as a person, when I see other people doing things, it motivates me to want to do that and, you know, try to do it better. So whenever I see, like, someone winning tournaments, like, that's how I got started back in Halo. I saw MLG and people winning tournaments, and that led me into COD. I mean, that's how I discovered game battles, Call of Duty, and all that stuff. So I started playing Call of Duty competitively. I saw people winning tournaments, and I really just wanted to be on that level. I really wanted to win tournaments. I wanted to be like them. You know, I wanted to duplicate what they were doing. I wanted to replicate what they were doing, and I wanted to ultimately be like them and be able to do what they did. So, you know, that was my initial inspiration and, you know, how I got started and stuff. But now it's just my will to win. I mean, I've always been a competitor. All throughout my years, I've always played sports. And competing and winning is just what I want more than anything. So that's what really drives me. That's why I put in the hours. And that's why, you know, I do just put all the time that I do into the game. And that's to win and try to be the best that I can possibly be on the game for myself, for my team, and just for everyone, honestly. For the Green Wall, everyone. I just try to do my best for everybody. The next question comes from SYN Original. He said, what is it with you and Fringe? And also, what is the... Where the fuck did this guy go? What is the most pressure that you've ever felt in a gaming situation? Well, you know, pressure is put on by yourself. You know, some people have pressure. Some people don't know how to handle pressure. They get nervous. They get scared. Others, you know, handle pressure really well. And one of the things about pressure is, like I said, you put it on yourself. So there have been times where I've been in Call of Duty Championships when I popped the 3-piece against Complexity in 2013, and I felt no pressure at all in that situation. Like, I was literally in the moment. I didn't feel any pressure. I felt completely normal, and I was in just my, you know, I was in like a weird state where I just didn't feel pressure. Like I said, people put pressure on themselves. Like, sometimes there's been times where I put pressure on myself, and I've had to deal with it because I put pressure on myself because some player was talking trash, or someone got under my skin before a match, and then I just put that extra pressure, and I let emotion get into the actual act of competing against that person, you know, stuff like that. But honestly, I don't really get that nervous anymore. I mean, like, sometimes I'll get nervous in SND when I'm doing pretty bad and, like, I'm not really having the best game, but that's just natural. But other than that, I don't really get nervous anymore. And I'd say the most pressure I've ever felt was probably, I don't even know. I couldn't even give you a solid answer on that. I'm Torment asked, will Black Ops 3 be your last year in competing? If not, how long do you see yourself competing for? No, Black Ops 3 will not be my last year competing. I will compete as long as I feel that I can bring a positive to the team. You know, I don't want to be slacking. I don't want to be bringing the team down just to try to compete. Like, if I know that I can't compete anymore, I won't compete just for the sake of my teammates. But Black Ops 3 will most definitely not be my last year. Next question from Clutch_Reasons. Do I get bored playing COD? You know, everyone gets bored doing stuff. Yes, I get bored playing COD sometimes, but I keep on pushing through because, like I said, I have a will to win. I mean, sometimes I do get bored. Like, if I were to sit and play pubs for 8 hours, I'd probably be a little bit bored by the end of it. But I could compete. I could play Money 8s. I could play Wagers. I could play that stuff all day. But pubs, yeah, I can get a little bit bored of sometimes if I play them too much. Next question comes from AirRec_AK. Have you ever missed any special moments in life due to competitive gaming? Yes, I've missed holidays with family. I've missed, you know, get-togethers with friends. I've missed a pretty good amount of stuff due to competitive gaming, and that's just a sacrifice that you have to be willing to make. I mean, there have been times where I've been at tournaments and I haven't been able to go somewhere. Just stuff like that, you know, there are sacrifices that you need to make sometimes, and, you know, that's just what it is. That's what being a competitor is. Next question comes from Please Inserta. Should the G-Slide be banned in your opinion, and explain? Well, the G-Slide, I haven't really talked about it too much. However, the G-Slide is being patched, and I gotta put away the sniper, bro. These kids are trying way too hard for me. But the G-Slide, I think it should be patched, yes. And the reason why I do think it should be patched, because it ruins timings, and it ruins a whole bunch of different stuff inside of the game. But I know that it was unintentional on Treyarch's side. Like, they didn't know that the G-Slide was going to be put into the game. So it's probably going to be hard for them to remove it from the game, because it's probably, like, intertwined with the movement in the game already. Like, it's probably a part of that movement, so that makes it tough. But yes, I do think it needs to go. Do I think that it should be banned? No, I don't think that it should be, because it's pretty hard at this point now, and players have been using it for a month or so, to actually ban it. You know, that would just be too hard. People are too used to it at this point. So we just gotta wait for Treyarch to patch it, honestly. That's really all that we can do. All right, Jay Wonder said, what is going to be your main goal or main challenge for the year competitive-wise? Well, my main challenge is I would like to win more prize money than I did last year. And I say prize money and not more events because I know that there are going to be not as many events this year. I mean, it's just, that's the way it seems. So that's the way that I word it, because right now, I mean, our first event is in February, and in other games, we've had events as close to 3 weeks after the release of the game, and our first event this year is 2.5 months after the release of the game. So I don't think that there are going to be as many events, but I do think that the money of the events are going to be a lot more. So I would say win more prize money than last year would be my ultimate goal, which would obviously mean winning a couple of major tournaments. Steven asked, were you a major noob when you started COD? I wouldn't say I was a major noob, but I definitely wasn't as good or anywhere near as good as I was now. I was pretty much I don't know. I wouldn't say I was a pub stomper. I was pretty casual, but I was pretty good. You know, I started game battles at a pretty young age, and I was good at TDM. That's what we played. That's what me and my friends played. We played TDM, and I was good, dude. Like, I was pretty good. So I wouldn't say I was a noob, but definitely not anywhere near the level that I am now. Definitely not. But I wasn't a noob. Jaff Inc. Asks VMP or Vesper. Honestly, I prefer the VMP more because you put a Vesper in anybody's hands and they're probably going to be good with it. Just the VMP is a little bit more skillful of a gun. Obviously, both of them are just absolutely insane guns, but yeah, I just think the VMP is more skillful, so therefore I like using it more. Lennon Green asks, can I buy your thumbs? And no, sorry buddy, you cannot. I sort of need these. I'm about to get thumb insurance on them, actually, just in case something goes wrong. You know, I gotta have some insurance on my thumbs, because you know, those are my money makers, man. All right, a couple more questions here, guys. 47 GG asks, how does everything CWL feel? Is it smoother than it was in AW, or still shaky? Definitely smoother. The AW league was very, very difficult. We had to play like 3 matches a night, a couple times a week. This is just much more professional. Like, we can't stream during our matches, which is really, really cool. That brings everybody in the community together to actually watch the league matches. So, you know, people actually, I look forward to these league matches now. Like, I actually look forward to getting on Tuesday and Wednesday and playing our league matches, because we only have 2 a week. So I think that they've done a much better job. It feels, like I said, a lot more professional. Yeah, it's been much smoother, much smoother than last year in AW. Last question here, causing trauma. You probably answered this before, but what is your opinion on the 18+ rule? Well, my opinion, honestly, like, I can't speak on it. Obviously, I wish that everyone could play the game, and I wish that everyone of all age groups could compete if, you know, they obviously got their parents' supervision and consent. However, like, there's a lot of legal stuff that goes into it that we just don't know about. Like, we don't know what the company has to do or how they have to run these events. Like, there's probably liabilities that they don't want to have to deal with, and stuff that could go wrong that they don't want to be liable for. So, I mean, 18+, like, yeah, obviously I wish that more people could compete and some good players get left out, like TJ Halley, Temp, Hook, you know, just really, really talented players that aren't 18 that get left out, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is, and we can't really change that rule, so we just got to sort of deal with it. I mean, luckily I'm 18, so it doesn't really affect me as much, but I definitely feel for the people that can't play. It definitely sucks. And dude, trying to do this Q&A while playing this free-for-all has been actually pretty difficult. I just went 30 and 18. That's pretty bad. But I did start 0 and 5. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the questions and some of the ones that I picked out. If you guys want me to do some more Q&As and answer some more stuff for you guys, please drop a like on the video. Let me know in the comments all your feedback. I do go through and read all the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's video. And as always, this was your Bar Optics. Fire.